October has been a whirlwind of color, arts, culture, talent, creativity, and innovation at the Expo 2020 Dubai. And nobody represented better than the South Africans who put their best foot forward.
So the official countdown to Heritage Week here at Expo 2020 has officially kicked off, and as you can imagine, Team South Africa having a lot to offer on this global stage. It's with that in mind, I guess, that it makes all the more sense for you to be among the acts that are kicking off Heritage Week. Help us place where the flute, its heritage, and the work that you do fits into that paradigm.
South Africa's got this incredible richness of culture that we take for granted when we're in South Africa. But when I started traveling, I realized we have something incredibly special that we just don't value it because we've been spoiled. But traveling all over, I discovered that people, they connect to our heritage. People from on the other side of the world would hear our music, and there's something that goes back to our common ancestry 1,000 years ago that somehow speaks to them.
She's no stranger to South African audiences, and she's brought the soulful sounds of South African jazz to the UAE. She is Zoe Mudicha, and I was fortunate enough to find out how the locals here are receiving Mzansi local music.
I think we're having a lot of fun being here in Dubai, especially because we're coming to celebrate different cultures and ways of being and doing. So I think it's right up our alley in terms of what we enjoy being a part of.
And that actually takes me to my next question. South Africa is doing big things here at the Expo.
Yes.
What is that doing for local musicians? I mean, I've seen musicians' Instagrams, etc., etc. They've been in and out of these pavilions as well.
Absolutely.
What is this platform doing for them?
I think it is so beautiful for us to begin to recognize ourselves as global artists and as global citizens. And South Africa has always had a very interesting way of contributing to the world of music. And I think it's about time that we realize the beauty and the heart of that, and the fact that we can export it and be celebrated beyond our borders at home.
It comes as no surprise that the choir itself is kind of a beacon of excellence when it comes to what South Africa has to offer in the arts. And that's where Expo 2020 comes in. Help us, I guess, place the significance of your involvement in an event like this.
We've had, the privilege to work and to work with and to meet a lot of the other artists who are here for the big concert that we bring out from South Africa.
I've heard some of the songs you've performed, classic choir songs, but it almost feels like there's a way that you reinvent or reinvigorate them. Help us understand how you keep the repertoire alive for so long, especially again, given how long Dra Keys itself has been around.
This is what Dra Keys is unique for across the world, is that over all these years, they're able to basically do any sort of repertoire that is, on this earth.
Get us an idea of what you're hoping the kind of resounding message will be once Team South Africa is done with their time here.
Is that we're a vibrant nation.
And speaking of putting your best foot forward, the Veldskoen range arrived in Dubai. And after making a splash at the Olympics, where Team South Africa all wore their Veldskoene, the proudly South African brand is now set to take over Dubai and the world. The company's co-founder, Nick Dreyer, stopped by our studios and spoke to my colleague, Ahmed Kaji.
Veldskoen needed some color and a little bit of that Mzansi magic in it, so we made all the range in colors of the South African flag, so matching laces and matching soles. And it's been a 4.5-year journey which has been so remarkable. The country has adopted the shoe as its own, which is exactly what we set out to do. We're going to jump at the chance.
Bringing it back to the Dubai Expo, where do you think this Expo is going to take Veldskoen and perhaps even the economy and perhaps the various sectors of South Africa going forward?
I was here a couple of days ago, and I think 2,500 people walked through what is effectively South Africa. There's a rebirth in the world, and I think Expo 2020 could not have come at a better time. You can visit Expo 2020 and you can effectively visit the globe.
And speaking of all things global, the various pavilions from the countries we visited did not disappoint.
I took a walk to the Ethiopian pavilion to find out a little more about their coffee culture, coffee being a way of life, and how coffee is actually made.
For us, coffee is beyond the drink. You know, it's the way of life. We used to drink 3 times in a day, even in 9 cups. 1 sip cup, 3 cups. The first cup we will call it abol. The second cup we call it baraka, tona. The third part we call it baraka. It means the third cup we call it blessing, you know. Blessing to the one who served the coffee, blessing to the country. We used to take, that's why we take 3 times in 9 cups in a day. One person maybe take 9 cups coffee in a day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So you will tell me the taste.
From bean to cup. Today I've experienced my first Ethiopian coffee from the beginning to the end. And thanks to Danawet, I'm officially a coffee addict.
Welcome to the Swiss Pavilion. Welcome on the red carpet we lay down for you and the visitors as a welcoming gesture to this very bold image as a first impression to Switzerland. So, you reached the mountain top.
Nice.
You were brave. You liked it.
It was fantastic, very refreshing stuff. Let's go on to the third part.
Yes, please.
Awesome.
So now first we went up the top of the mountain. Now we have to go down again.
It's on the way down. There's actually a statement there that says Switzerland is the most innovative nation in the world. And behind us, there's the question why.
Yeah, it's very bold, no? To say we're the most innovative country in the world. And now people want to know why. And this room explains that. Because here we kind of show the recipe of why we are the most innovative country. And in those wells of innovation, you have a lot of information why this is the case. That Switzerland is so innovative because of our social peace, because of the education, and so on.
I popped down to the Malaysia Pavilion and discovered a rainforest, immersive technology, and why they're determined to reach their goal of being a net zero carbon pavilion by the end of the Expo in March 2022.
We want to be green is because that is our key message at the Expo. We have chosen sustainability, and our theme is energizing sustainability, where the main commitment here is about towards our sustainable development. So that is why we are so green. We have landscape, we have trees. As you can see, we're even doing an interview in a rainforest, the closest experience that we can bring to Dubai. So essentially that is what we want to be able to share with our visitors throughout 6 months.
Hi, Ayanda and the friends from South Africa. Welcome to China Pavilion. As you see that, you may see the outlook of the China Pavilion. It is shaped like a Chinese traditional red lantern, and its name is the Light of China, because in Chinese traditions, the red lantern symbolizes happiness, reunion, and getting together. This expo is talking about creating the future. So what future society will be? China Pavilion will show you a future world because we're presenting a smart city. Here you have smart shopping, smart education, and here is smart traveling.
Commissioner, how important is it for an expo like this to showcase the world where Saudi Arabia would like to go by 2030 and perhaps beyond?
Of course, Expo Dubai 2020 came after 2 years of, struggling in the economy and the society and the mental health due to COVID. As things are being eased in some countries and travel restrictions are opening, having 190 countries all together in Expo, meeting face to face, you humanize that relationship. The partnership that you have with other countries is strengthening the economy, not only in the region but across the world. And the Kingdom is a major player into that, and that's why we're here in Expo Dubai 2020.
From the Al-Wasal dome that defies description to water installations that defy gravity, the expo had amazing sights and sounds around every corner.
In principle, Al-Wasl is 130 meters in diameter and 67 meters in height. And that's from the bottom of the stage to the oculus.
8 7 6 5 4.
So as far as I know, this is the biggest installation of video, of projection and immersive sound in the world. For the opening ceremony, the technical team and the production team were in the hundreds. In a regular day, it is in the tens, but it's high maintenance in order to create this kind of experience.
From soundscapes and breathtaking architecture to the magic of water. What was the brief you received when you were asked by the organizers here to put this together?
Well, originally they wanted us to create a respite, a place for people who have enjoyed the rich technology and education and everything which this expo is full of, to relax a bit and to reconnect with nature. And that was our mission.
Yeah. What I really love is that when you're here, it almost feels like the water's actually flowing in reverse. I guess that's the kind of surreal experience that you're trying to recreate?
Yes, it is. In fact, if you come in the evening, you will actually stand right here and you will see these waves come down and reverse as though gravity bore no power anymore and come up. We're partnering with nature. She has her own mind. So we sort of say, we would really like you to jump over here, but whether the wind and the power, then we stand back and she does her own thing to some degree. It's truly a partnership.
The One Night with Mzansi was a showcase of magic, talent and dance. South Africans dressed to the nines and strutted their stuff for the world.
Coming to you live from the red carpet at MultiChoice's Night with Mzansi at Expo 2020 Dubai. I'm Tembekile Mkhototo for Newsroom Africa Channel 405. We've seen some of the country's very best actors and other creatives walking the red carpet behind me, and among them is none other than TV and radio presenter, in fact, Babi Moloi, who's also with me here on the red carpet.
I'm here as part of the MultiChoice Showcase, and so we'll be talking about all of the incredible co-productions that are taking South African talent to the world, and we'll be talking about what the MultiChoice plans are for the next few years.
It's going to be a night where the rest of the world, in many senses, will get to see and feel, you know, the immense, I think, power of our entertainment industry.
On behalf of the government, the people of South Africa, I welcome you all.
Nabachana bam ibanabele bandifuni malibu bathi ndivele goli ndikhwele taxi ndimva esithi bengaphuma eTVini lo uthi makuthini uyasiphelelwa ngamandla oqhubeka at least yazi kufudumele ekhaya.
And that wraps up our October coverage here at Expo 2020 Dubai. Stay tuned for more rolling coverage from the Dubai desk. Till next time.